Hello, good evening everyone. Hope everyone's well. Hi, I'm Christine Crowle and welcome to the channel. And today I hope everyone's doing well and is safe and well. Today I want to talk to you about businesses that you need to think about starting in 2025. If you haven't started a business, now is the time really to start thinking about what type of businesses can you do right now. Get the ball rolling, because we never know what 2025 is going to bring to us. So it's always good excuse me, it's always good to really think about what the options that we can have, for example. So in today's live, I'm going to be talking to you about businesses that you can start in your, by yourself in 2025. You don't need a team of people. You can do this all by yourself. You can start off as a one-man band, as they call it, for example. So I'm just going to go through a few of the things here. I'll just drink my water as usual as well. Just bear with me. So some of the things that you could think about is doing an online store. Amazon is really good at the moment. You can do online stores where you're not buying anything. You're just basically using their link. You can set up your YouTube channel, just like what I got here, for example. And your YouTube can really be your website. Okay? And you could just talk about the products that you want to sell, and then you can have a link in there about the products that you're going to sell. Like, for example, if you're in the States, okay, you can have an online store on Amazon, which is, they call it Haul, Haul, and you can get products for under $20. I mean, listen, it's good even if you want to get gifts for the holidays, for loved ones, family members, etc. You can get some really nice items. It is amazing. It really is. So do check it out. The link is actually here in the description as well. And I'm going to put it into the comments when I've finished this live as well. But, check it out. It really is a good thing. Another business that you can think of is you subcontracting. If you've got a care business or any kind of business, you can really look at subcontracting with organizations that have got large contracts that are looking to collaborate with you, where you can actually help them out to deliver the service, and at the same time you're being paid. You can pay your staff members, but also you get a profit as well. Subcontracting can bring in quite a lot of money over the course of a year. Imagine there's 20 contracts that these companies have got, really large contracts, and you were able to, spend time on each one monthly, for example. 20 contract people that have been awarded, and you get 5 out of that. Imagine what that would do for your business, for example. So I'm saying for 2025, subcontract. It is a good way of you getting your foot in the door, learning how to do things. A lot of people think, oh, I want my own contract, but actually when you weigh up what the money is, it's kind of the same, and you got even more responsibility, and you could lose that contract, and then that's it, your business. And I'm going to speak truthfully here. You imagine you got a contract, wonderful and great, but if something goes wrong, you're at risk of losing your contract. Whereas when you're subcontracting with an organization, yes, of course, you're going to provide the best staff members, and they're going to be, upholding and do things the correct way, for example, because you'll be monitoring them as well. But you'll be sharing the responsibility. It's not going to cause an issue for you, for example. Now, like I said, imagine that you've got 5 contracts that you're maintaining monthly over the course of a year. And you need to make sure that you've got multiple ones, because if one stops, for example, that's it, you've lost all, you've got no income coming in, for example. And I've explained my story of when I was contracted with the government, for example, and they reduced my price by half. It impacted, plus there was the recession in 2008, but I never thought that my contracts that I had would be reduced to such a lower amount that it actually was not scalable. It wasn't profitable. The staff members that I had, they were on, permanent placement, for example, 37 and a half hours a week, for example. So I was tied. So, luckily now in agency in the UK, for example, you don't say to someone they've got 40 hours a week work. It's 0 hours contract, for example. But my point is that imagine that you've got 5 subcontracts that you're sending your staff members out to. That is a good regular income that you've got. And if one, because I notice as well with some organizations, they've got a contract with a care home, for example, and then all of a sudden they stop using them for whatever reason, for example, then that leaves that company vulnerable. Whereas you've got some subcontracts as well, you've got a nice top up there of multiple contracts. You're not relying on one. Okay, so that's the number second that I would say to do. The third one is to do online store, whereby you can actually provide home-based products. For example, you can either make them yourself. They call it like the cottage industry, for example, like what I used to do. I used to do bath bombs, soaps, I used to do lip balms, I used to do creams, I used to do pillowcases, I used to do umbrellas, toothpicks, for example. I used to do rice cake toppers. I used to make cakes. I used to do quite a lot of things. There was about 10 things that I did as a crafty type of thing that I used to do in terms of making things with my hands, and because I really enjoyed that. I still enjoy doing it today. Check out my marmalade cooking that I did over the weekend, and check out all the other cooking lives that I've done, as well as the cooking videos on here as well. Because listen, we're CEOs, we're business owners, we still got to eat, right? So I'm here to try and show you a few things that you can have that's going to be healthy, or perhaps something different, so that you've got a bit of variation. And I would highly recommend that you do batch cooking. When I say batch cooking, just like how the restaurants do, for example, but you make it fresh, put it in your fridge or in your freezer, and then you've got your food for the week. If you cook it on a Saturday and Sunday, you've got food then for 7 days, so that when you come home, you haven't got to be worried about, what are we going to eat today? What am I going to do? Hopefully it will deter you from ordering a takeaway meal, because that's expensive as well. So if you can try and do that, so that's why I'm doing these cooking programs as well, for example. So anyway, so do some, preserves. You could sell those. Those are good Christmas presents, holiday presents, birthday presents. You put them in a box, do a hamper, give them to family, loved ones, your children, for example. They love it. They love it, especially if they're at uni or whatever, and they come home and you give them obviously you're going to give them other things, but you give them a box of, homemade goods from you, and then they take it with them, and then they've got that to snack on. So that's one of the things. Then what I also would say, a good business to start in 2025 is coaching. Definitely coaching. I am a mentor, I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, for example, and I've been doing it for over 10 years. I've been in healthcare business for 35 years, but I've been in business for 40 years altogether. I know that seems like a long time, doesn't it? And I'm just going to drink my tea. But think about what you feel passionate about. What are you passionate about? You could be a life coach. Are you into fitness? Are you into well-being, for example? Are you into, you could teach people about how to keep calm, working on their inner selves, for example. You could teach people about their health condition, how they can be the best that they can be, for example, and support them in that as well. So there's lots of different coaching. You could be a legal consultant, for example. What do I mean by legal consultant? You're working with law firms, for example. Like I've worked with law firms where I was doing conveyancing, I was doing wills and trusts, I was doing lasting power of attorneys, for example. I was also doing property as well, like i.e. a property estate agent selling care homes as well. Listen, I'm going to be upfront here. I've done many businesses, okay, and I'm not ashamed to say that because I like to try things. If something's in my heart, then I'm going to give it a go. I don't care what people think or say about it. I'm going to try it. And my family and friends, they know me and they know what I'm like. If I've got a business idea in my head, I'm going to take it all the way through to fruition, for example. And if it's successful, it's successful. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I move on. I do something else, for example. But if I'm passionate about something, then I will do it. Okay, so coaching, you could do that, for example, if it's something that's aligned with you. The next thing that I would say to you is, look, the care businesses today, look how it's growing. Care business is growing by, in 2030, it's going to grow massively. It's growing year on year. And when I say year on year, for example, this is research, and the global market for healthcare staffing is estimated at 44 billion. That was in 2023, and is projected to reach 68.2 billion by 2030. And that is really a big jump, isn't it? Very big jump. So, don't take my word for it. You can even do your research, for example. It is growing at a rate of 6.5%. It's huge. Big growth. Like I said, number 6, home-based products that you can sell online. You can even have things where there's a thing where you can print things and you just upload the designs, for example, and then they will print it and they will deliver. It doesn't come from you, it gets delivered from the company, and then you get paid. They get their share as well. Look, I'm here to teach you about all different types of businesses in 2025 because I realize I have done all different types of businesses. So although I've been in healthcare for 35 years, I have done other businesses as well. So I wanted to share that with you. I would love for you to tell me in the comments here, what type of business do you feel aligned with? What type of business do you feel you want to do in 2025? Maybe you're already doing a care business, but look, you could add an additional type of care business now to look at possibly subcontracting so that you're not reliant on one. Because what I see is that care providers are reliant on care homes. That's it, we're just doing care homes, nothing else. Or home care, we're just doing home care, that's it. Or the NHS. What would you do if they was to pull out? What would you do? What would happen to your business? You would be vulnerable, wouldn't you? So this is the reason why I'm here as a business recovery expert, consultant, coach, to help you to make some proper decisions as well. You've got to protect your business at all costs. And if there's a weakness there, then you got to do something about it, so that if a crisis happens or a challenge happens, that you will still be okay. Listen, we've got 2025 coming up. There's lots of inflations going on. There's things happening around the world. We got to protect ourselves. If you can start looking at your organization now, like watch my videos, for example, and see what savings that you can make within your business, so that you're saving a small percentage each month, so that by the time April comes through, the new tax year, for example, if you in the UK, then you're cushioned. You can weather the storm. So I wanted to shoot this quick video today because you got to think about what is aligned with you. No point looking at someone and saying, oh, I want to do that business. You don't know what they've walked through. You don't know what they've been through to get them to where they are today, for example. And it may not be aligned with you. It may not be what you like to do or enjoy doing. So why not do 2025 doing the things that you love to do? Because we've all got one life to live, and every day we're getting closer. So let's look at focusing on what you can do in your business, whether you're a healthcare business or any other type of business. What is your business recovery strategy? What is your crisis plan going to be? What if your contract that you've got, what if they pull out or it stops or something goes wrong or they've running out of funds and they have to tell you that they're going to have to cut the price down or not use you altogether? What would you do in that instance? So this is the reason why I'm mentioning this to you now, to start thinking just like the big organizations do. Look, they're laying people off left, right and center. Places are closing down because they're worried about what the effect is of 2025. They've already done their research. They've done their numbers. So let's be real here. Look at what you can do now to increase your turnover in your business so that you're not hit with any surprises. Directors, as your position, as your responsibility, you need to look at this now and not wait till April. I know you're busy, but you got to use this time to look and see what you really truly are paying out and what things can you implement to increase your turnover, because you don't really want to give it up, for example, but there's things you can do to make things better so that when and if you get hit with a crisis or a challenge, you're able to overcome it because you've got the cash flow there to get you out of difficulty. So I hope that you found this video helpful today. Do like and subscribe to the channel. Share it. If you know someone that would benefit from this, share it with them. Do book a free 15-minute appointment with me. Doesn't cost anything, it's free, just your time, for example, and I'll go through your staff audit. What are you currently paying out now? Watch my videos here on also pricing for your organization. That is a very good video as well. And I hope to see you on the next video. But I'd love to hear your comments. And I also want to say thank you to all of you for subscribing to the YouTube channel, watching the videos, for example. I am going live here every single day because I want to build a community. I want to build a community of serious-minded business owners that are willing to do the work, willing to put in the effort, willing to try and learn and understand and take their time to build their business to where they want it to be, so they've got freedom. Maybe some of you don't want to have that where you just want to do part-time. Maybe some of you enjoy doing 7 days a week, for example. But some of you want to look at what is aligned with your lifestyle, with your family and friends, for example. So this is the reason why we're talking a lot about this, so that you're prepared, and also so you've got business recovery, you're aware of what that is, so that you're working towards protecting your business so that it can be the best that it can be. So I hope that was helpful for you today. I've really enjoyed this video, talking to you about this. I'm looking forward to doing more training tomorrow. Like I said, I'm coming in here every day, and I'm going to be sharing with you the CEO secrets, as well as business recovery, as well as you being the business leader that you are, and also to help you to manage and cope with staff as well, because you will face difficulties with your staff members. Everything's not rosy. You just got to make sure that you are visualizing, you can see clearly. All right, so have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.